Good morning, student. We have completed the second lessons of chemistry, that is structure of atom, and today we will discuss about the third lessons, that is classifications of element and periodicity in property. And it's a very familiar terms you have to discuss or read in the class 10th. And in this year, some part of the chemistry of the classifications of element have been reduced from the syllabus due to the COVID-19, and means the development of classifications of element as well as the significance of classifications of element have been reduced from the syllabus. So directly we will discuss about the modern periodic table or the long form of the periodic table, which is the modified form of the Mendeleev periodic table. So before going to the modern periodic table, I would like to remind you that is the background of the classifications of element. So as you know that as the element is discovered in the nature, a big questions or big problem arises toward the scientists how to learn each and every property of the element. So scientists try to classify the element on the basis of their properties. So as the same property of element classified are put into the same group, you can know very well the property of one element, property of all the element by knowing the property of a single elements of the same group. So on the basis of their physical and chemical properties, scientists try to classify the element into the group and period. So in this reference, the first classification you have to read in the class 10 was given by the Dobrynin triadol. He made the sequence of the three elements on the basis of their increasing atomic masses. Actually, that time there was no concept about the atomic number. So that time only known the atomic mass. That is the fundamental property of element was the atomic mass. So all the classifications which was given before the modern periodic table, which was based on the atomic mass. So in the same sequence, Dobrynin first tried to give the triadol, and he arranged the element in order of increasing atomic mass. That is the sequence of three element, and he state out that the average atomic mass of the first and third element is roughly equal to the atomic mass of the second element. But this sequence followed only for the few elements. So far, this model of classification was rejected or discarded by the scientists. And another classification was given by the Newland octave rule. Newland octave rule was based on the Indian musical notes, that is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. So after 7 elements, each 8th element will have the same property. When the element put on the arrange on the basis of their atomic masses, as like the Indian musical notes, you will see sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, again sa. So as the first and 8th element will have the same property when they are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic masses. But this octave rule was followed only up to the calcium, and after that above this atomic mass, this concept of the classification was not followed. So only 3 or 4 sequences have been made in the Dobrynin triadol, and here up to the only calcium. And the heavier element does not follow the octave rule. So this model was also discarded. And great contributions for the classifications of element was given by the Mendeleev. And he put the criteria for the classifications of element on the basis of their physical and chemical property, and arranged element in order of increasing atomic masses. And he state out that after a regular interval, the same property of element belong to the same group. So modern Mendeleev periodic table was based on the atomic mass, means physical and chemical property of element is their atomic mass. Our periodicity of element is their atomic mass, means element when arranged in order of increasing atomic masses, the same property of element will come into the same group. And we have also discussed in the class 10 what was the drawback of the Mendeleev periodic table, and the merit of the Mendeleev periodic table. He was able to predict the unknown element. He corrected some atomic masses of the element, and systematic study provided by the Mendeleev periodic table, and that was based on the mass of the atomic mass of the element. But after the inventions of the discovery of the isotopes, a big problem arises toward the Mendeleev how to put more than one element into the same group, or how to provide more than one place for the same element, because isotopes is the element of the same atom of the same element having the same atomic number but different mass number. So that time Bose modify the Mendeleev periodic table in terms of the long form of the periodic table or modern periodic table. So modern periodic table we will discuss, and in this section first of all we will try to understand how the periodic table is prepared, because for learning the element in their group and period, it is necessary to formulate, it is necessary to know how the formulations of periodic table was done by the scientists. So Mendeleev periodic table was modified into the modern periodic table, and it is also called the long form of the periodic table. So what is the modern periodic table? Modern periodic table the physical and chemical property of element, physical and chemical property of element properties of element is their atomic number, is their atomic number, or you can say that, or it may also be split as the periodicity of element, periodicity of element is their atomic number, is their atomic number. So when element arranged in order of increasing atomic number, the same property of element belong to the same group. Actually, the modern periodic table is classified in two ways. That is the horizontal as well as the vertical. Horizontal column is 7, this is called the series, and the vertical column, their number is 18, that is called the group. Means same property of element belonging to the same group. So modern periodic table based on the atomic number, means when element arranged in order of increasing atomic number, the same property of element belong to the same group, and there is no need to put one element more than one place, because same atomic number, whatever be the number of isotopes discovered into the nature, doesn't matter. Atomic mass may be different, but their atomic number is the same. So there is no need to put the one element in more than one place in the periodic table. So in this statement you have to see that is the periodicity or periodic function. Actually, it is very necessary to know the periodicity of element. Periodicity means which repeated, or you can that atomic number, valence enthalpy, electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy, reducing property, oxidizing property of element. We will discuss in terms of the periodicity of element or the periodic functions later. So later, but it is necessary to know how to learn the element which is placed into the periodic table and how to formulate the periodic table, because for learning it is necessary to know how to formulate it, how to classify the element. Whenever you are able to formulate or make yourself the table and the group and column, so you can very easily learn the element. Most of the cases it was seen that the teachers try to give the some short abbreviations to learn the element, but I think this is the this is very easy to learn by their name of the element. So as you understand which is very easier for learning the element, so you can adopt yourself. So first of all, I will try to show how to formulate and what is the classifications, modern classifications of element in terms of the modern periodic tables. So modern periodic table, how to form, what is the basis? Actually, you know that in the atom there is nucleus in the center and orbital surrounded to the atoms. And you know that electron present into the orbital, not in orbital, in the suborbital, within the orbital. So there are 4 types of suborbital. This is S cell, S and P cell, S, P and D, and S, P, D and F. There are 4 F cells. So there are 4 subcells. You will see here in S cell. So far the element are classified into the 4 block. Which 4 block? S block, P block, D block and F block. There are 4 blocks on the basis of the last electron enter into those subcell. When last electron enter into the S subcell, the element belonging to the S block element. When the last electron enter into the P subcell, the element belonging to the P subcell. When the last electron enter into D subcell, element belonging to the D block element. And last electron enter into the F subcell, element belonging to the F subcell. So there are 4 blocks in the periodic table: S block, P block, D block and F block. So what would be the number in S block element? What would be number in the P block element? What would be number in the D block element? What would be number into the F block element? And one thing also keep in mind, the periodic table, modern periodic table also classified into those 2 subclasses. That is group A and group B. Just like first A and the first B, 2 subclasses, except the 8th group of the D block element and 0 group of the P block element. Means each group of the periodic table subdivided into 2 groups, A and B, except 8th group of the D block element and the 0 group of the P block element. So now we are going to the discussion about the number of vertical line, which is called the group, and what would be the number of vertical line in the periodic table. So you will see that is S block having 1 orbitals. So S having 1 orbital, and how many electron you can be filled? In any orbital you can fill only 2 electrons. So S having 1 orbital and you can fill 2 orbitals. So there are 2 groups in the S block element. That is first A and the second A. Each group is subdivided into the 2 subclasses. Keep in mind. Next one, P block element. P block having, you will see this is 1, 2, 3 orbital. So in the 3 orbital, how many electron can be filled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So P block having 3rd A, 4th A, 5th A, 6th A, 7th A and the 0 group. Total 6 group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 group in present into the P block element. And D block having the 5 orbitals. D block having 5 orbitals. And how many electron can be filled into 5 subcell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it has, this is 3rd B, started from 3rd B, 4th B, 5th B, 6th B, 7th B, and 8 having the 3 group, which is not classified into the A and D. 8th having the 3 group, not classified into the A and B, 1, 2 and 3 group. Next one, first B and the second B. So total 10 group present into the, that is S block having the 2 group, P block having 6 group, D block having 10 group. You will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3, 8 of the D block, and first B and second B 10 group. So 10 vertical line present into the D block element. And the F block having, there are 7 subcells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 11. So there are two series in the F block element. 2 separate series which is placed at the bottom of the periodic table. This is lanthanide series lengthenide series. It is also called Fourier series, and this is actinide series. It is called 5F series. Means last electron enter into the 4F subshell, and last electron in actinide enter into the 5F series. So this is the total number. You will see here. This is main periodic table SPD. This is 18 vertical column, and F block having the two separate series as a lengthenide and actinide. So very easy. S block having the two group, first A and second A. P block having the 6 group. This is third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh and 0 group. And D block having the 10 group, third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth B, seventh B. 8 having the 3 group, and the first B and the second B. So total 18 vertical line present into the main periodic table, which is called the group, and 7 horizontal line present in the periodic table. This is called the series. Is it clear? So first you try to understand, make the chart yourself, and it is very easy to understand and learn the periodic tables. Very easy. And if you want to solve the inorganic question, you must have knowledge about the periodic table, periodicity of element. If you have learned periodic table, you can very easily solve the 75% question. Is it clear? And rest of the questions comes from the compounds, and the periodicity and the periodic function you can explain on the basis of the periodic tables. So let us discuss about the formations of the modern periodic tables. So try to form yourself. This is modern periodic table. Modern periodic table. How to make yourself? So first, S block element. This is P block element, and in between S and P, this is D block element, and F block present into the bottom of the periodic table. So S block having the two group. This is first A and the second A. This is the two group of S block, first A and the second A. And how many horizontal line? This is seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is 7, and as coming from top to bottom, this is called group, and as a vertical line, a horizontal line, this is called the periods. Left to right, this is period. Top to bottom, this is called the group. Now in the D block, we are started from the fourth series. This is third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth B, seventh B, and 8 having the 3 group. Now first B and the second B. This is third B, fourth B, fifth B, 6B, this is 7th B, and this is 3 group of the 8th, having no A and B subdivision. This is first B and this is second B. Now P block is started from here. This is third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, 7, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and this is 0. So very simply you can sketch the periodic table. This is third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh A, and the 0 group. So this is a simple sketch of the periodic table. This is P block, D block. You will see here, this is 2 group in the first and second S block, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 group in D block, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the P block. Total number is 18. So 18 vertical column and 7 horizontal line. This is called, horizontal line is called the period and vertical line is called the group. Now try to put the element in this group. This is first a hydrogen. I'm writing here the vertical line, and later we will discuss one by one. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. This is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium, and D block. Scandium, yttrium, lanthanum, actinium, plutonium, zirconium, hafnium, and vanadium, niobium, tantalum, chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, manganese, technetium, rhenium, iron, Fe, ruthenium, osmium. Cobalt, this is scandium, yttrium, lanthanum, plutonium, zirconium, hafnium, vanadium, niobium, and tantalum, chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, iron, technetium, rhenium, iron, ruthenium, osmium, and cobalt, rhodium, iridium, nickel, palladium, platinum. This is copper, first group, first B, copper, silver, gold, zinc, cadmium, and mercury. Here in the P block, this is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Next one, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Next one, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, selenium, polonium, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, STT. Here helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. And there are 14. This is here the lanthanide. Lanthanide started from this is 58 to 71. This is 14 element in the 4F series. And actinide. This is cerium to lutetium 71, and there are thorium 92, lawrencium 103. This is 14 element into the F block element. Now write the atomic number just like hydrogen 1, helium 2, lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, 6 carbon 6, 7 nitrogen, oxygen 8, 9, 10. In the same way we can write here 11 sodium, 12 magnesium, aluminum 13, silicon 14, phosphorus 15, sulfur 16, chlorine 17, argon 18. Similarly, potassium 19, calcium 20, scandium 21, titanium 22, vanadium 23, and so on. That is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, the same way. Now niobium 41, molybdenum 42, technetium 43, ruthenium 44, rhodium 45, palladium 46, silver 47, cadmium 48, indium 49, tin 50, antimony 51, tellurium 52, iodine 53, xenon 54, and cesium 55, barium 56, lanthanum 57. After lanthanum 57, the 14 element you will see here in the lanthanide series. That is cerium 58 to lutetium 71. It is these 40 elements belong to the lanthanide series. And after 71, the 72 first I started first, then again into the D subshell. Hafnium 72, tantalum 73, tungsten 74, and the rhenium 75, osmium 76, iridium 77, platinum 78, gold 79, mercury 80, tellurium, this is the 81, thallium 81, lead 82, bismuth 83, polonium 84, astatine 85, radon 86, and francium 87, radium 88, actinium 89. And after 89, the thorium 90 to lawrencium 103. Again, these 14 elements placed into the actinide series. And after that, 103 the element placed into the 7th series of the periodic table. And the S and P block element is basically known as the representative element, because by knowing the property of first element, you can predict the property of the rest of the same group or rest of the element of the same group. So one element represents the property of all the rest element of the same group. Due to this reason, this is known as the representative element. And the D block element is known as the transitions element. It shows the variation and transition in between the property of S block and the P block element. Due to this reason, it is called the D block element is called the transition element. And the F block element is called the inner transitions element. I have mentioned here. So inner transition element. So this is the simply name of these element. And you will see here that is the difference in the atomic number from first, second to second series. This is 2 number. Second series to third series. This is the 8 difference. And 11 and 19 again 8 difference. 19 and 37. This is 18 difference. There is no need to learn by heart. You can predict what would be the atomic number. 37 and 55 again this is 18 difference, and then 32 difference. This is the atomic number, and very easy you can learn the periodic table. Draw the 2 line in the S block element, 10 line into the D block element, and 6 line into the P block element, and 2 series of lanthanide, actinide in the F block series. So very easily you can learn hydrogen. Either you can learn from the vertical way or the horizontal way. That is hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. This is the first group of element. Again I repeat it: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, फ्रेंसियम फर्स्ट है, सेकेंड है बेरिलियम, मैग्नीशियम, कैल्शियम, स्ट्रोंशियम, बेरियम, रेडियम, and again D block element started, that is scandium, yttrium, lanthanum, actinium, titanium, zirconium, hafnium, vanadium, niobium, tantalum, chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, manganese, technetium, rhenium, iron, ruthenium, osmium, cobalt, rhodium, iridium, nickel, palladium, platinum, copper, silver, gold, zinc, cadmium, mercury. Now comes into the P block element. This is the boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, strontium, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Either you can learn in this way, or somewhat the short abbreviations you can make yourself for your convenience to learn the element. So whatever be the conventional for you, you can take it. And this is the simple way to draw the periodic table. And next time we will discuss about the periodicity of element, and you should try to sketch yourself this periodic table and make the mentions in your mind how to draw the periodic table. So after, if you have knowledge about the drawing the periodic table, then you can very easily put the element, and you can learn very easy the placement of the element. And with the help of this, you can make the systematic study of the element. You can predict the positions of element in the periodic table. So later we will discuss all these things. Thank you.